Okay, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. If you've been here, welcome back. So today we're actually talking about my home city, Chicago, with a story that came out on the 22nd, which is mind blowing. Now remember, I reported on a lady who lost her home due to them basically doing fraudulent activities in the tax assessor office. Well, this is another story, and this will explain why there's a bunch of dilapidated properties and dilapidated lots throughout the west and south side of Chicago. Now, I just came across this story trying to find something to talk about, and this blew my mind. I had no idea this was going on. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this woman, but she has ties to major conglomerates. So again, when people say that these people are buying up these houses so that regular people cannot afford homes, take that with a with like listening ears, because BlackRock and Disney and all of these people, they're not just going to openly buy it in BlackRock. They're going to do it through a straw company or a straw buyer. Just like when like a felon can't get attain a firearm, you will become a straw buyer if you buy a firearm for a felon. So essentially, what this lady is doing is straw buying, because because I'm trying to find information on this lady, and if I come across more information on this lady, I will continue the video. But as of now, I can't find anything on my bad. I didn't open it up in Google. I have not found any information about this lady, but other than what the article is stating, she does have a sister, so it's two of them doing this. Now let's get ready for this video. Hundreds of west side, south, and west side properties for sale amid legal fight against city's worst landowners. Property owner Susan B. Wilson owned more than $15 million in fines for rat related code violations, and along with her sister now facing legal trouble after a joint investigation by Illinois Project and Block Club. Now, she owes 15 million in fines. By the time the city sued her, absentee owner Susan B. Wilson had let hundreds of properties in Chicago South and West Sides become so infested with rats and filled with trash and weeds that she owed more than $15 million in fines. Look how many properties she owned. The Now the result in the case, Chicago Real Estate Company is selling off more than 800 properties. This lady and her sister. This lady and her sister had over 800 properties in Chicago, and they were all rat infested, and they were all ran by slumlordishness. They was ran like by a slumlord. So let's get a little bit more into it, because I did not read this article, so we are reading this together, because I came across the article and I seen it. I was like, man, I should talk about this. Because then I also wanted to talk about China and them folding to the tariffs, but I'm jumping ahead. Let's finish the story. Now, as a result, the case of risk 800, the largest mass land sale in city history. The sale is tied to a high profile bankruptcy case against Wilson and her sister, um, Swindling Das. Das? I suck. I'm terrible at names. Legal action that came out of a joint investigation by the Illinois Where Answers Project and Block Club. The city is accusing the suburban property owner of fraud for building an empire of neglected and hazardous vacant lots. So when you sitting up there trying to ask yourself, why do we have so many vacant lots in Chicago? When you sit up here and ask yourself, why does this areas look the way they look? I mean, other than the fact that Negroes don't like to take care of their own communities, but at the same time, what people don't know is, let's say for instance, me and a couple guys wanted to get together, right? And we wanted to go and clean up a lot. Now, if this is one of her lots, technically we're trespassing. So that means technically somebody can call the police on us and we'll have to vacate the premises trying to clean the lot up unless we get permission from her. So let's keep going. 800. So an empire of neglected and hazardous lots. And you know what? I'm gonna do some IRL walk around through the city and show you guys some of these lots. I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna look and see where they're at, and I will actually go and get live footage of some of these lots because people who are outside of Chicago, your city might have lots, or if you know anything like how Detroit, how they didn't tore down a lot of neighborhoods in Detroit. I mean, we have those everywhere. And what's crazy about the lots in Chicago is that these lots will literally be smack dab in the middle of neighborhoods, at the end of neighborhoods. Like these lots will be littered throughout neighborhoods. It's not like these lots are on main streets where like buildings used to be at. I mean, yeah, some of these lots are where buildings used to be at some point, but a lot of the times these lots are just slabs of concrete with dirt and garbage in them. And when I say garbage, like people dumping in these lots. Like people will pull over the side of the road and throw their tires in these lots, throw their garbage in these lots, and no telling what type of garbage they're throwing in the lot, because it can't be regular garbage, right? Because if it's regular garbage, you would throw it away in a garbage can. This is something hazardous to the environment. Has to be, if you're willing. And old carpets, I forgot to mention, people would do carpentry jobs, and they would tear up all this old carpet, and instead of renting out a dumpster or anything, they would just put it in the back of the truck, go to one of these empty lots, and throw all of that carpet material into these lots. So let's keep going. The city took sweeping legal action against the property owners after the 2023 investigation by Illinois Answer and Block Club found companies tied to Wilson had racked up more companies. Well, they're not just companies. Um, Tied up to Wilson had racked up more than $15 million in fines for rat-related code violations. Wilson was one of the most um, damn. That's why you gotta read. Um, Egregious examples of it took a second for it to process. Examples of how poor city enforcement allowed property owners to duck accountability while their properties become neighborhood plots. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. These ain't no little lots, okay? I live near some of these. I live near some of these. Like these, this is how this looks, and you are not allowed as a citizen to go and clean these lots up because this is considered private property. Do you see this? And I know other black people in the hood is gonna come across this video and say, yeah, it's lots like that in my neighborhood. Maybe it's like how it is here in Chicago. Maybe it's owned by corporations but under one person name. So this lady is essentially a fall person. You know what I mean? Because she's tied to companies. So let's see. In fines 15 million. Wilson was also probably Hillco Hillco Real Estate is now auctioning off 812 lots. 812 lots that look like this. That look like this. 812 lots that's in similar or worse conditions than this. This is probably one of the better ones. And what is this at? This is 44, 414 West 104th Street. So this is out my way. This ain't even on the west side. This is out my way. Because they talking about this could end up being part of the CTA Red Line Inspection Project. And see, this is why she owns all of these lots, because Chicago is known to try and gentrify things. And people who have lots do try to hold on to them, because at some point, Illinois and Chicago will come offer them a bunch of money for that empty lot so they could develop a home or two homes on it or develop something on it. So a lot of people hold these and don't care about them because at some point the state will come and buy them from you. So let's keep going. So okay, let me see. Let me see what it said. Let's look this up. Let's look this up. Cause you know me, I wanna be 100. Because if it's nearby, nah, let's not do that. And I looked her up, and it's not a lot of stuff coming up about her other than the stories. So they was talking about this back in November 16th, 2024. But they have new stories about it because now I guess they brought it up. You feel me? But now I guess they really took action against her. So let's see real quick, man. Let's see if we can pull this up on Google Maps. Let's see if we can pull this up on Google Maps. Look at this. 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 No, I don't think this over by me. Is this over by me? I think this the west side. 103rd. What is that? No, this is by me. So yeah, this is by me. This is by me. This is by me. So you, but I mean, you go down the neighborhood, and I mean, you see people try to keep the neighborhood together, but how can you keep the neighborhood together when you got this eyesore? When you got this eyesore, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. So of course your property value is going to be low. Look at this. Who's going to come here and want to spend a bunch of money? And this is what they looking out when they look outside. Look at this. I have one by my house, and I definitely will do IRL. I will take you there and show you how it looks. So the portfolio includes mostly vacant lots spread out across the south and west side. Some along commercial corridors on Lake State and LaSalle Street, which is high market real estate. Lake State and LaSalle Street, those are big money when it comes to real estate. Very big because Lake and State, all up and down Lake and State, they really want to redevelop that because you know State Street, you could take that all the way through the city. If you did not know that, if you get on State Street, if you ever get lost, you could take State Street all the way through the city. State Street go all the way through. So they've been slowly trying to redevelop State Street, and so have they been trying to do LaSalle Street, Ashland Avenue, around me, and Pulaski Road. The largest sites include 5 parcels of the 5600 block of South State Street. 5 parcels. According to the Hillco news release, in the release, the brokerage said that said the sale is a one in a lifetime acquisition opportunity for investors and neighborhood property owners looking to help rejuvenate South and West Side neighborhoods. As selling points, the brokerage highlighted the parcel's proximity to the United Center, future Obama presidential library, Garfield Park Conservatory, and planned CTA Red Line extension. This is why this lady had this land, okay? Because all of these projects would have paid her a ton of money to get them little parcels of land. Trust me, because they could have been parking lots, a little piece of extension for the library. The library, it could be extra parking. The United Center, it could be parking. The Garfield Conservatory, parking, and then playing CTA Red Line extension. They was gonna pay her to rip it up to put tracks down for the red line, which a lot of people do not want to happen. Um, Hillco is accepting offers from individual sites or multiple sites at once. Buyers can also purchase the whole portfolio. The deadline for bidding is March 7th. The mass land sale, in which development in the city's in the city's legal proceedings against Wilson, which stretch back years. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Wilson's had and her late husband, tax attorney Michael Wilson, tax attorney, bought hundreds of lots through Cook County's tax and salvage sales, a system that allows buyers to take control of property after previous owners fall behind on property taxes. Now, see, we finna get to this next part, but see, that goes back to what I was saying in my other video about Brandon Johnson and not Brandon Johnson, but that video about the lady getting her house took. These people, I'm not sure of Michael Wilson, but if I really do my research on who Michael Wilson is, I'm pretty sure I would find ties to politicians that was in Chicago who was active politicians at one point. So, but over the years, the Wilsons and the Das through myriad of companies with the names such as Dagny, Disneyland, Darcy, Dredden, and Debrox neglected the parcels. So, are these shell companies they made? Did the tax attorney make these shell companies? Daisyland? My bad. I said Disney. Daisyland? None of these names sounded fishy when they was doing this. They allowed weeds to grow and garbage to accumulate, creating a breeding ground for rats and spreading blight and disinvestment in impoverished communities. The city has taken action against the property owners for what it calls public safety violations and won judgment against them at the city hearings. Yet, as of summer 2023, the entities controlled by Wilson and Das has paid less than half of 1% of what they owed to the city. So they ain't even paid nothing. Paid less than 1/2 of 1%. Um, Last year, another Illinois Answer Project Block Club highlighted the negligent city attorneys were after Wilson with multiple lawsuits in April. The city sued Wilson for $10 million over a West Inglewood lot. So she has the $15 million settlement already. And now, as of last year in 2024, because this article is new, let's go back up into the date. January 22nd, 2025. So they're talking about 2024 with this new one. So let's do the math. She already owed $15 million in fines, and now they just smacked her with another $10 million lawsuit into the Inglewood lot. Let's see what this is about. This is a whole nother story. City of Chicago amps up its legal battle against city's worst landowner, and this came out April 6, 2024. So this was an older. See what I'm look. How can you sell your house? How would you expect somebody to want to come and open up some cultural business there? Now we could talk about crime and the negrumps all day long, but take away that who is gonna want to come and open something nice near here? You have to drive past this to come to my 5-star restaurant. Come on, man. Look at this. This is what they do to the city, and black people let them. I'm sorry. We go along with this. We don't, now people want to start speaking up. But this, look at this. This is from 2024. Let's go back to the recent article. So, owners that for years have been a dump site for hundreds of decomposing rubber tires that pile multiple feet in the air. We just saw that. So they get so wait a minute, wait. So she got a $10 million lawsuit for this alone, and for the total lots altogether, she got a $15 million fine for being a rat for the rat infestation. So that's $25 million she been fined by the city. Okay, city attorneys that then went after Wilson and Dash, alleging in federal court that their attempt to wipe away debt by transferring their properties like candy to businesses based in South Dakota was a clear case of fraud. So they was trying to transfer all of the legal rights and documents to South Dakota. Sorry about that. I was interrupted. Um. So what was it? What we at here? Wrote. Okay, so it says the city alleges Wilson and Dash wrote checks to themselves out of a shell company as fake loans, took out huge loans without any legitimate reason, and failed to produce even the most basic documents regarding their financial affairs, according to previous Illinois Answers reporting. Mary Richardson Laurie, Chicago's corporate counsel, previously told Illinois Answers that the city is cracking down on the largest debtors. City attorneys are going after 10 other significant debtors who collectively owe the city $26.3 million in unpaid fines. This lady owe most of that. This lady owe most of that money. So let me see how long I've been going real quick, cause I don't want to go too long. You know me. I've been on here for 22 minutes. That's too long. But again, this is another story. I guess I won't go over the Trump story today about China folding over on the tariff. China is willing to come to the table to talk tariffs now. So if people are trying to tell you that China is still trying to buck and nuck at us, they are lying. China is ready to have a sit down with Trump over his 10% tariffs. He doesn't want any more tariffs. He's ready to do business just like everybody else. And with that, I'm out of here, man. Thank you for watching. This video was a little bit longer, but I actually went through this whole story with y'all because I just saw this story myself, and I was like, let me go ahead and put this out here for the people. So, man, if people be wondering why we got so many raggedy lots in the city, she owned 815 of them alone. 815 of them alone, and some of them are by my house. A few of them are by in my neighborhood. So with that, I'm up out of here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you did stick around and read through this with me. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep you up to date with whatever I find interesting, and hopefully you do too. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, or comment, or two of the three, or one of the three. Just do it for me. Thank you for coming. I'm up out of here. Peace.